Hello and welcome back to another short, quick video. Again, quick video um, of Investor 316. My name is Ray Coburn. I'm a licensed realtor here in the state of Oregon with eXp Realty. Got several investment properties with me and my wife. I help folks buy and sell properties. I also help them identify what properties might be great for investment purposes. If you've been kind of pondering, how do I get out of this 9 to 5 rut, right? That 9 to 5 rut that I'm talking about is basically clocking in, clocking out, do this, do that. You have not met your criteria for the month. You're on the edge for being terminated for your position, yada, 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 yada. We've all heard that. It is daunting, it is tiring. Nonetheless, it's really unnecessary because there is possibly another option for a lot of folks that you know you could everybody has done that has been in investments has done that 9 to 5 for a short term, right? They have not done it for a long period of term because they had a plan. That plan is, and I had the same thing. What I did, and me and my wife did, we worked for a certain amount of years, 3 to 5 years or whatever. Our goal was to save up enough money to basically qualify for whatever loan we could get into for something that would generate income. We may have done it a little bit backwards. Nonetheless, if we would have known what we know today, we would have done it exactly the way that I'm about to show you. We would have, what we actually did was we got a loan to buy our house. Then we got into investments. Then we started renovating those investments. Then we started renting those investments out. Now they are cash flowing for us. However, while they're cash flowing, they're also building something called equity. Equity, basically, you could look at it as free money. Free money. Reason being is when you get in at a good time, like right now, where you don't have to compete with other buyers, right? We could refinance into a better rate when it gets into a better rate. We could do into like a HELOC loan or something if we want to. We can go into a DSCR loan if we want to because it is cash flowing. Um, and we could basically sell the property if we wanted to. Now, because it's been over a year or more, 2 years or so, we could basically get more for the property because the home values have gone up, property investments have gone up, plus the renovations that we initially did also improve the property's value over time. And this is called equity. Capitalizing on equity, making your investments, basically refinancing allows you to take out that equity, keep your property. You're going to pay a little bit, maybe a little bit more on a higher rate. However, you're going to have that leftover funds to be able to reinvest in another property if you would like, right? If that is how you set up your refinance. Then you can multiply your income strategies. Now, the reason why you might want to think about leaving that 9 to 5 and getting into real estate, if you haven't made that jump already, it is a jump that can be not always, but can be pretty scary. It can be kind of scary. That's why you have to really educate yourself, learn about certain tactics, strategies, and that's what this channel is all about by informing you, the buyer, the investor, first time investor, or whatever your situation may be, or you may be a veteran investor just looking for some extra curriculum to kind of maybe go over and think about. So, however, the reason why I wanted to make this video and say that, real estate is definitely a top priority when it comes to thinking about maybe getting into income generations and stuff like that, residual income, is because uh, based off of Forbes in 2023, Forbes magazine basically said America's downtowns are struggling with empty office buildings and shuttered retail weighing down property values in cities across the country. But not everyone is hurting. In fact, the nation's richest landlords, right, are actually wealthier now than they were in 2022. There are approximately 25 billionaires on the 2023 Forbes 400 list who primarily owe their fortunes to real estate. These property tycoons are worth a collective $139 billion with a B, about $5 billion more than the 24 in the real estate were worth uh, in 2022 rankings. So collectively, they're $5 billion more than they were previously in 2022. So they had made that $5 billion increase among the 25 of them that were there. That is pretty significant. I mean, that is pretty phenomenal. Despite the boom and the gloom in the office sector, apartments are still a hot commodity with rents rising nearly 3% over the past year. One of the two newcomers to the list who made their money in real estate, Los Angeles based developer uh, Geoffrey Palmer, largely draws his wealth from residential properties in LA. The other new entry, Annette Lerner, inherited her late husband, Ted Lerner's February 2023 fortune, mostly made up of apartments in Washington, D.C. area. With that being said, another winner was industrial real estate supercharged by the pandemic driven boom in e-commerce. That's been a boon for billionaires with warehouses and logistic facilities such as Edward Roski Jr. and a developer based in Los Angeles whose net worth has increased by $1 billion since last year to an estimated $7.4 billion. Still, it has been a rough time for some American real estate tycoons. The best known them, Donald Trump, obviously, dropped off the Forbes 400 in the second time in 3 years. Eight other net worths fell by collective $4.6 billion. Many of these big losers, like Trump, have a sizable portion on their wealth tied up by the debt laden office buildings in hard hitting cities such as New York and San Francisco. Fellow New Yorker Charles Cohen and Jerry Speyer, both of whom have several office towers in Manhattan, saw their fortunes fall by $700 million and $500 million, respectively. The second richest real estate baron in America is Stephen Ross, a founder of the related companies, which built the Hudson Yard development in New York, was the biggest real estate loser overall this past year. His fortune shrank by an estimated $1.5 billion. So, however, they are still relating their fortunes based off of real estate investments. They made the right investments starting out. When you get up to these higher portions, losing billions of dollars, when you've been making billions of dollars for years on over year, it's not really such a loss when you're making those type of monies. A simple, let's say you have 200 units or 300 units, you're making X amount of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars every month. And then at the end of the year, oh, he lost $200,000 in debt. Guess what? Maybe a pipe broke or something. He had to repair it. Not really a big deal. So looking at these type of deductions and drops, it's not really a big deal. Their main fortunes and continued uh, income generating and basically nonstop cash flow for them, as long as they keep it occupied with tenants, which isn't hard at all, um, is super, super important for you, the new buyer, or the new investor. The reason why you would want to get into investments on any level, whether that be a duplex, a single home, you could get a single home, you can rent out another room. There's some downfalls to that. However, maybe going into a duplex or a triplex or even a fourplex. Yes, FHA does, in some cases, allow for fourplexes to be invested in and loanable. Once you get into the fiveplexes or higher, obviously, then that qualifies for some commercial type loans. And again, speaking with a loan officer is always very important when trying to position yourself in a specific loan that you're definitely looking into getting. However, you could house hack. This has been a quite a trending idea for quite some time now. House hacking is basically you'll get a fourplex, right? Fourplex. You'll occupy one and you'll rent out the other three. Residual income every month, and you live in one. You still do what you've been wanting to do. You're making a residual income, you're paying the mortgage, you're living basically rent free. You use that income to maybe cover some trash or some other miscellaneous type of amenities around the area, or also maintain or keep up the property. That's a great option because now you've got a really great loan uh, at a very low, maybe possible down payment, and you're able to do that. If you're going to get a house and you're wanting to go the investment route, go for the bigger ones because your monthly payments basically going to possibly, most likely, I say, pay for itself throughout those investment strategies that you've planned out. Obviously, working on certain percentages, down payments, and structures like that, and making sure that maybe the renovations aren't going to cost you too much. If it is doable, maybe doable, then definitely do it. But a couple of the tips and tricks about that is house hacking, living in one unit, renting out the rest, making that a residual income. If that sounds like interest to you, please feel free to give me a call down below. I'll definitely work with you on trying to find some properties that will definitely meet your criteria, and we'll have that conversation more in depth. I am definitely able to represent a buyer and sellers here in the state of Oregon as a licensed realtor myself with eXp Realty. Um, and licensed realtor, broker, investor, YouTuber, podcaster. Not really, you don't have to be licensed for a YouTuber podcaster, but I'm licensed as a realtor. So, anyways, other than that, these billionaires, right? They are and they have been focused as their job in real estate. What they do for their communities is they provide housing, they provide investments that basically pays them back, and all they have to do is make the right decisions. When you go to that 9 to 5 job, how stressful is that? How many decisions do you need to make throughout the day to not only just keep yourself safe but also maintain your job, right? I've done that job. I've had to basically be nice, or be that customer service where it was hard. Sometimes it was hard to really maintain that professionalism, and professionalism and with integrity and ethics doesn't definitely comes with who I am and my integrity. But sometimes when you're working at another company, when it's 9 to 5 and there's a lot of stress, it is definitely hard to maintain that. Being in real estate definitely has its challenges. I'm not going to lie about that, but it has its challenges. But the challenges are totally worth it when you have your freedom back. Your freedom to basically do whatever you want, whenever you want, have that residual income coming in, making the right investments decisions, having people that are around you to show you what those investment strategies may look like and how to centralize yourself, uh, surrounded by those that know and have done those investments, whether they are starting out, maybe partner up with another investor, go half on an investment. Both of you have your joint titles, where you have joint tenancy in ownership. I mean, whatever you have to do to make it work, everybody has an option to make something work that will give you back your freedom, your time to do what you want and enjoy life. This life that we have is very short, no doubt about it, but it can be a lot more enjoyable when you have your freedom back and you don't have to work that 9 to 5. If you'd like some more information on how to invest in certain properties, or you yourself are looking for investment properties, or you're looking to just buy a home to live in, please feel free to give me a call down below. Raymond Coburn with eXp Realty, licensed in the state of Oregon, realtor, broker, investor, YouTuber, and podcaster. My phone number will be down below in the description. Thank you so much for watching today's session, and more sessions to come. I'll be doing, I got a couple things to go and do this week, but follow up in RSVP. There'll be a RSVP link down below in the description for our first time home buyer mastermind class. And it'll be a series that I'll be doing with Ryan Gavin, who is a loan officer with Kind Lending. That'll be super exciting. Definitely looking forward to that. So if you see this video informative to you, please drop a like, a share down below, and definitely share. Share with anybody, everybody that you can, and definitely appreciable. So I hope you have a great day, and I will see you on the next video.